Hey, Wanderers, August is here. School is getting ready to start for a lot of families, and we're right on the edge of two completely different travel seasons. Some people are trying to squeeze in one last hot, sunny beach trip, and other people are thinking already about cooler weather, scenic drives, fall festivals, and
That's me.
watching the leaves change. So, which traveler are you? Summer and sunshine or fall and foliage? When you close your eyes and picture a vacation, what do you see first?
That's hard because it depends on who's going on vacation with me. If the grandkids are coming, I'm thinking somewhere warm, swimming pool. If it's just you and I'm thinking, drives, look at the leaves change, cool weathers, fire pits, drinks outside by the scenery.
So does a vacation have to be warm for it to feel like a vacation?
No, I prefer the cool weather.
There's a lot of different types of things that people are looking for, of course. Some people want heat and sunshine
Mhm.
and beaches, pools and water activities. They want to be constantly going. One season can be a little bit more relaxing when you're talking about typically going outside where it's cooler. A lot of people now, their vacations are built around school schedules. Of course, empty nesters, we know that you, like us, get the opportunity to travel a little bit more often, and you can pick and choose a little bit of both.
It's a little less crowded.
Well, it feels like summer is a short period of time. And again, some part of that is built around school schedules, but other parts is just that, the season is a very narrow window and it just gets hotter and hotter. And so everybody is trying to push it in to those very few months that are warm. Even in your warm weather states here in the US, it drastically falls off temperature wise. If you're going to bring out the swimsuit and try and get in those last days on the beach or those last days in the water, it's limited. Fall travelers, however, multiple advantages there. One, it tends to be a little bit less expensive
Mhm.
because all that summer travel is built around a lot of different people activities. We call those shoulder seasons as you move into the Septembers and the October. Prices tend to be cheaper. If you're an empty nester and you can take advantage of those, it's a bonus. But one thing I think a lot of people miss, because obviously around school schedules, they don't get this opportunity, but empty nesters realize that it doesn't have to necessarily be a lower activity time because it's more comfortable.
Mm.
It's more comfortable to walk long places. We just came from Las Vegas. 5 minutes at
Yes.
110 degrees and you're done.
Yeah, I was miserable.
We go back to Vegas later this year when it's a little bit cooler. Now, again, this is an area like Florida and
Mhm.
California, and it can still be warm. Of course, once that sun sets in your shoulder season, your fall
Yeah.
seasons, that heat is gone in a heartbeat and you'll be wearing a light jacket, but it's much
Not
easier to
Yeah, not in
walk
the
the
summer
strip,
though. Yeah.
to walk around Vegas, even though it's very easy to get around without walking. When a lot of people think about fall travel, they immediately jump to the winter months
Mhm.
and they're thinking about difficulty in travel, snow, weather impacts, and those are all part of it, but
And
they come later.
you do have to prepare a little more. Flights to places start getting limited. They don't
Absolutely.
have as many routes.
100%.
So, I mean, there are some things you have to plan a little more. September, October, I love the burr. I love the fire pit, sitting by the fire with the drinks and the boots. I'm basically a walking Hallmark movie.
Well, those start in July though now. I mean, they run the Christmas ones in July.
Well, yes, but no, it's not the same.
So one complication that's a little bit different under fall travel is you have to pack more, right?
Yes.
Because you have to pack really for all weathers. Sometimes it can be hot, especially when you're in those early parts of the season, that late August, early September
Mhm.
into mid-October. Those weeks can run from summer to like feeling like deep winter
Yeah.
all within the same week. So you got to take a little bit of both.
You do have to plan a little more, but I think with costs being lower and less people, it's worth the packing a little extra.
One of the things that a lot of people look forward to, and I know you do, is the change in the leaves,
Mhm.
particularly here on the East Coast. There are entire cruises built around this going up the northern coast. And of course, we are close to the mountains, so it's a big adventure. But is it enough for most people to plan an entire trip around just to see the leaves change?
It depends on your stage in life. Our position in life, absolutely. Other people want to go, go, go all the time. They're not, people who can just sit and relax. So it depends on you. But for us, yes.
I do like the leaf changing, and I think it's one of those things, especially when you go through the Smokies or other mountain areas, and you're going through those tree-lined mountain roads,
Beautiful.
and it's just that mix of colors all up and down the road. It's just one of the most beautiful things that you could see, and it's one of the things that we often forget about when we live in very urban environments or city environments, that those kind of visuals still exist, and it really can help reset. And of course, fall takes us into those holiday seasons. What's better to kick off your holiday seasons than a reset in the mountains to see the colors, and then your holiday seasons come and the colors just come with it. So it's just sort of like a good start off. All right, so I'm going to fire some quick questions at you. Swimsuit or light jacket?
Light jacket.
Frozen drink or warm cider?
Cider.
Oh, pool day or scenic drive?
Ooh, scenic.
Sandals or hiking shoes?
Sandals.
Yeah, I don't even know why I threw that one in there, because
it could be 50 degrees and I'd have on flip-flops.
I think the only hiking shoes you even own are the ones we bought for Alaska.
Yeah.
And you probably own 4 or 5 pairs of sandals. All right, bright summer nightlife or quiet fall evening?
Quiet fall.
Now I feel like I'm just throwing up softballs here.
I know.
All right, I know you've had a lot of heat, but what is in your mind right now? One last summer trip, the first fall getaway?
Well, we've already got a cruise booked in September. So we do kind of have one more summer trip, but I'm anxious. I'm ready to get to Gatlinburg, drive through the mountains. I want to go to Maine this fall.
So we might need to look at a cruise up the coast.
I think I want to drive this time.
We did that years ago. After I first retired, we went up and we went to Maine, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, that whole eastern coast area, not Maine specifically.
Yeah, and it was in October, and it was lovely. Now, that is another thing you have to remember traveling in the fall. Not everything's open.
Well, you want to make sure that your destination has a nice mix.
Yeah, there are restaurants open, but if you see a restaurant on Facebook and you're anxious to go, it could be closed for the season.
Definitely. We see that a lot in Myrtle Beach. So if you're going to travel to a place you've been dying to go to, you really do need to make sure that you have a big bucket list of places you want to go, because even in Myrtle Beach, we see there's a lot open, but that is a period of time that a lot of them do choose to vacations and or to do a lot of maintenance work because their numbers are down. So while you'll find plenty to eat, you might not find your number one destination, but number 2 and number 3 might be available. Right. So you got to have several choices. Don't just go for one thing, because you'll be disappointed. But it's a great time to travel, because to go to those places that are on your list during seasons, usually, like if you're talking about restaurants, probably long waits, maybe the inability to get a reservation. You go there during your fall seasons, and very often you're just going to walk in and have your pick of places to sit. A lot more staff attention because it's less busy, but still the same great food and locations.
I think we should start something and see if we can get it going. Stop calling it fall season. Let's just call it the Burr months.
The Burr months. So in order to vote for, are you a summer person or are you a fall person? Comment sun in the comments if you're the summer sun kind of person, or BER Burr if you're the fall person. This is where planning with a travel advisor helps. It isn't just about choosing a hotel. We help match the destination, timing, weather, your expectations and activities, along with your budget, to the experience you actually want. A great beach rate doesn't help you if it is extremely hot. And a beautiful fall destination can disappoint if you arrive before or after all those things you want to do are available. So be sure to comment down in the comments and tell us which one you are, sun or Burr, and we'll see you next time. Stay wonder-worthy.